Yeah, my people, you're welcome to yet another edition of Africa's Realities. As usual, my name is Mr. Johnson Yakobusani, and I'm out with another video. Now, today, I want to talk about one of the topics of Nigeria, and I want to lend my voice. Now, I want to talk about the status of Lagos. Is Lagos a Yoruba land, or is Lagos a no man's land? Now, whatever I'm going to say here, it is my own opinion, and it is from all my own observation and my own experience. I'm not going to say anything because I have hatred for any language or any people, or I'm being biased. I'm just going to say things according to my perspective. But why am I saying this? Because I think I need to enlighten some people so that we can get some things right, because sometimes we can infuriate one another, and we don't know that is the base of our problems. Now, before I go further with this video, I want you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop my video, you get to be amongst the first to watch. And I want to thank my returning subscribers, because every time I drop my video, you guys are always quick to watch, and I say thank you. And I also like you who is watching right now. I want you to hit the like button so that this video can be spread far and wide. And finally, I want you to engage in the comment section so that we can have a healthy debate. Now, having said this, and without further ado, let us start this content right now.
Babu wani kama da kai, ai babu wani.
Yes, my people, you are welcome back. So, like I said, today I am delving into this, this debate about the status of Lagos, about who are the owners of Lagos. Is Lagos a no man's land, or are there some people who are the custodians of Lagos? Now, before I go further, first of all, what informed this video was a video I watched. I don't know why I watched it recently, but it's a long video, and I watched it. And in this video, I heard it is a video on Arise News. Yeah, a video from Arise News where the anchor of What's Trending, Ojope, she was there with her panel of Ruben Abati and Hosseini Rufai and this lady from Zimbabwe. Well, this big brother lady, I forgot her name. Well, they are there, and Ojope said, "Oh, Lagos, our land." And Ruben Abola rebuked her and said, "Lagos is not her land, and she should not be she should not be found amongst the people who are saying that Lagos is a no man's land, because there are owners of Lagos." And I heard this and I say, wow, this is a very big topic. Now, just hear it from their mouths before we come and continue this video.
Welcome home. I say home because Eko Nibaja is my home. Look at you. You know I love Lagos. What?
Don't promote this idea that Eko is no man's land.
I said Eko Nibaja. Yeah. Is that what that means in Yoruba? I hope not.
No.
Oh, okay.
You are saying Lagos is your home.
Yes, it's my own.
No, you are working and living in Lagos.
I live in Lagos.
Your home is in
Can you leave me alone?
Why would you say just
that's not nice. That's not being nice. Lagos is all of us. Lagos is for the indigenous as well. Absolutely.
Oh, you are an indigenous now.
I'm saying, hey,
please don't worry. Please let's celebrate the Super Falcons.
I love Lagos. How about that? I love Lagos.
Better.
Yes, Eko Nibaja. Can I say that as well? But you know what I love about the fact that they are here.
Let me even break this table.
Yes,
about
check
Lagos.
it. No,
all the so-called people that are calling themselves indigenous, where are they from originally?
Okay. Let's not go to that conversation.
Go there.
Well, all right. No, let's just get excited.
Go there.
No.
Yes, my people, you are welcome back. Now, when I heard this, I said, Ruben is is calling fire, but God so kind, it wasn't any controversy at that time. It was just a plate in the plate. Until this man, well, this man is an obedient like me, and I'm also an obedient. His name is Mr. Magnus Oraka. Now, Mr. Magnus Oraka, who is a very, very advocate for obedience, like I am, though I'm not in his level for the advocacy for obedience, I overheard him making a video where he was angry when they brought down the house of Peter Obi's brother, and then that was when he made this video and he touched this topic. Now let's listen to Mr. Magnus Oraka, because some of the points I want to raise here will be coming from his own video. Let's listen to him, and when we come back, we will analyze this topic. Is Lagos a no man's land, or is Lagos a Yoruba people's land?
Okay, let me ask a question. We have Abuja as the federal capital territory, right? Let me ask you a question. Who owns Abuja right now? Who owns Abuja? Abuja is the federal capital territory. That is why it doesn't have Abuja doesn't have a governor, because it doesn't belong to anybody. It belongs to everybody. That was the state Lagos was before politics changed the capital from Lagos to Abuja. You get me? So before the capital moved from Lagos to Abuja, who owned Lagos? Lagos was a place that belonged to everybody. Because Lagos is what it is today because of the collective contribution of the rest of Nigeria. The flyovers and the roads and the business structure and the economy of Lagos was built by Nigerians. So now that some group of people have come to lay claim forcefully to Lagos because it is no longer the capital, what about the contribution that I made? The contribution that Plateau State made? The contribution that Kano made? The contribution that every other state made? Oh, suddenly all that goes to naught. All that goes to the doldrum of history because it is no longer the capital. Look, those people, look, you see, let me say something. This feud, plastic, if I may add, between the Yorubas and the Igbos, I had thought it was a stalemated quarrel between Igbos and Yorubas. But in this Tinubu administration, I can tell you, I'm not trying to pretend that it's like Tinubu just came to expose the ugly side of the Yoruba people. I must say this. I know some people are coming to my street and say, I hate Yoruba. I don't hate Yoruba. Why? There are very good Yoruba people. I'm not even talking about the likes of Dele Farotimi, Obasanjo, Adebanjo, and a few good people. I'm even talking about close friends that I don't know that are on my social media page. I never knew that Yorubas could display such extreme evil until Tinubu came in.
Yes, my people, you are welcome back. Now you've heard Magnus Oraka, and he has made a lot of points there about he believing that Lagos is a no man's land. Well, first of all, I like to say this very clearly. The Constitution of Nigeria has allowed each and every Nigerian the right of movement, the right to settle anywhere in Nigeria, the right to own property in anywhere in Nigeria, and the right to live peacefully in everywhere of Nigeria. So for that right, we can say the entirety of Nigeria is a no man's land because each and every Nigerian has a right to live in everywhere. Now that is why I'm very angry. I am very angry and bitter when I saw that during the election, the 2023 election, that Yorubas came out in Lagos to stop Igbos from having their franchise rights to vote, which is against the Constitution of Nigeria. And with the Yoruba, the MC Oluomo and the rest came out to warn every Igbo that comes out to vote will be harmed and will be like assassinated or whatever. That is not right. That is evil under the sun. And that shouldn't happen again. And I'm not really happy that the government of President Tinubu didn't do anything against these people. And they are the reason we have this deep-seated hatred now between the Igbos and the Yorubas. And that is evil on itself. And I condemn it, and this should never happen. But having said this, do we say that Lagos is a no man's land? And I say, really? I don't believe Lagos is a no man's land. And before you castigate me, let me give you the reasons why I don't believe that Lagos is a no man's land. Please follow my reason and reason with me according to my reason. Don't be angry with me. Please don't be angry with me. For these reasons, I believe that Lagos belongs to the Yorubas. And I'll tell you why I said so. Now, my people, the first example that Mr. Magnus Oroka brought is the example of Abuja. He said Lagos was a former capital, and because Lagos was a former capital, then Abuja, that is the capital now, Lagos enjoyed the same status as Abuja is now. Now, anybody bring this example, that example cannot hold water. Why? Because Abuja, as it is now, Abuja is not a state. Abuja is not a state. So the indigenes of Abuja, they don't have a state government that cater for only them, indigenes of Abuja. Now, everywhere you go, when you come to my state in Kaduna State, we have a state government that cater for only the indigenes of Kaduna State. Especially in employment, it is 95% indigenes of Kaduna State. Now, there are some people who come into Kaduna State government on contract who are not indigenes of Kaduna State. So they are hired on contract. So they can work like every other civil servant of Kaduna, but they are very minute, maybe 2%. But they are on contract. But real hiring of staff are only for the indigenes of Kaduna State to work under Kaduna government. And it is the same in Enugu, it is the same in Kanu, it is the same in Rivers State, and it is the same everywhere. And we all know that Lagos has a state. I don't want to believe that Lagos government only employs indigenes of Lagos. I don't want to believe, because the way a lot of Yoruba have come into Lagos, I think there must be one or two people or more from outside Lagos that have been employed in Lagos. Like we all know, most of the people who rule Lagos, who are the governors of Lagos, did not come from Lagos. But I just want to say, for Lagos having a state status, we cannot say Lagos is the same with Abuja. Lagos cannot be the same with Abuja. Even when the federal government was in Lagos, Lagos was still a state. Even though it was capital of Nigeria, it was a state. So every other people, they have their state, they have their state government, and Lagos had its own state government. So Lagos, to say because Abuja doesn't have a state government, Abuja doesn't have a legislature that is Abuja based, Abuja is for everybody, and Abuja doesn't have a house of assembly, only even in the legislature is open for everybody for all over Nigeria to be senator from Abuja or to be House of Representatives from Abuja. And we now say Lagos was the same thing like Mr. Magnus Oroka said, and that is not true. Lagos and Abuja are not constituted the same thing, even at the time each of them are the capital of Nigeria, they are not of the same status. So I don't believe that for that, because of the way we see Abuja of today, we say Lagos is like that. And even the Abuja of today has its indigenes. And the indigenes of Abuja of today, they are clamoring for statehood. They want to have a state. They want Abuja to be a state so that they can have a government. So when you see the Baggies, the Koros, they are still fighting this. They want, like every other people, they are saying, why is it only them that don't have a state government that cater for them? And they have this problem because the Minister of Abuja is not a governor. The Minister of Abuja is for every person, and the Ministry of Abuja employs every Nigerian from everywhere because it is a ministry of the federal government. So, Mr. Magnus, your number one sighting of Abuja is not the same. So, my people, Lagos has always had a governor. Yes, it has always been a state and has always had a governor. So because Lagos has always had a governor, even when Lagos was the capital of Nigeria, there was a president of Nigeria in Lagos, and there was the governor of Lagos in Lagos. And the presidency was in Lagos Island local government, while the governor was in Ikeja local government, and they are all inside Lagos state. So for this fact, I want to believe Lagos cannot be said a no man's land if it has a governor and a government that cater for indigenes of the state. Then Lagos cannot be a no man's land. Now, this is another point I want. This is my main point now. My main point is, let us even think of how the white men colonized Nigeria. Now, the white men colonized Nigeria in three partitions. Now, they have the eastern region of Nigeria, they have the western region of Nigeria, and they have the northern region of Nigeria. Now, they first joined the eastern and the western into one country to be administered by the white governor before they now created the Midwest and having three regions together as one. But the north was separate, which was governed by Lord Lugard in the north. Now, even at that time, Lagos belonged to the southwestern Nigeria that was spearheaded by Awolowo and then later Akintola. So Lagos was not a land of itself. Lagos belongs to the region of southwestern Nigeria that was administered by a Yoruba man, Abiola, that the entire southwest of Nigeria was a Yoruba land, ruled by Yoruba, controlled by Yoruba. Just the way the southeast is. Now, I want to say something. I will come to that. I don't want to say. We all know that the southeast, or the east of Nigeria of that time was one, but it is well divided now. And I'm coming to touch why it is well divided, why we cannot talk of what happened to the east to be the same way of what happened to the Yorubas. I know the east is divided. I know now we have a south-south coming out of the east. But it is not the same with Yoruba. And I'm going to touch it, but it is, follow this, and I'm going, because it's a very, very key point of this that I'm going to say. But let me follow my sequence. So, for the fact that Lagos has always been part of the old southwestern region of Nigeria, which was led by Yorubas, even though the capital of the Yoruba people was Ibadan, but Lagos was inside the southwestern region of Nigeria. So we cannot say Lagos doesn't belong to anybody. It belongs to the southwestern people, and the southwestern people are the Yorubas. Now, my next point that I want to raise is that I am looking at ourselves. If I ever come out to agree that Lagos is a no man's land, I will be shooting myself on the foot. Because I cannot stand here and agree that Lagos is a no man's land, and then agree for people who are telling my land is no man's land, and I'm fighting to tell them that my land is no man's land. Now we have a problem in Jos, where the same thing that happened in Lagos is the same thing that happened in Jos. Because before the white man came, there were no Hausa people in Jos. It was Biron people. I'm not a Biron person, but I'm telling you what we suffer in southern Kaduna and Plateau. There was no Hausa person before white men came into Nigeria. Same way, there was no Igbo man or any other tribe in the southern part or in the southwestern part of Nigeria. Though we heard that there are some Edos, but Edos, like, they belong to the Midwest, belong to the like they belong to the Yorubas before and everything. That is, I'm even talking, Edos are only at the shore end of Lagos, at the coastal end of Lagos. And that was when they said they had some Edos. But my own point is this. If I ever stand to agree that Lagos is a no man's land, then I should all agree for all the houses that have settled in our area and they have built big cities in our area, and they are telling us right now that they own the place. So you can never found me as one of the people who ever agree that Lagos is a no man's land, because we are suffering the same thing. In southern Kaduna, when you go to a town like Zongo Kataf, when you go to a town like Kasomagani, when you go to a town like Kachia, when you go to all these towns in southern Kaduna, you see Hausa people have built big towns, while all our villages are surrounding all these towns. And the Hausa people are not claiming our land because they say their forefathers settled there. And they have to say what happened. Do you know what happened about the Zongo Kata fight? The Zongo Kata fight that happened during Babangida era was because the Hausa people say market must happen in their region. Oh, sorry, in the city where they are mostly dominated. And all the Kata people say no. They went and formed a new market out of the city. And when the market day came and the Hausa people found out that, many people are going out of the Hausa city to do market and they've left this market, the Hausa people went and started killing the Kata people. And that was how the Kata people came from all their hidden villages from inside. They came and they had a wide mouth and they leveled the Zongo Kata town. Now, if some people do not say, we are the people who are here, you are the people who came because Oyiboma said we are one country, and when Oyiboma was leading this country, and now you people came and joined us. If we don't see Nigeria as this, then we'll be looking for trouble. We'll not be looking for peace. Now, another reason I want to talk about is that let Hausa man, let Igbo man, let every Nigerian, let South man, let us all be fair to ourselves. Hausa man, is there any part of Kano? Is there any part of Kano? Or is there one state in northern Nigeria that you can allow and say this state is a no man's land? This state is a no man's land. I'm talking about Hausa land. Don't be thinking about our place. Gwari land. Abuja is Gwari land. So don't call Abuja as Hausa land. Hausa land is northeastern Nigeria. Because you people in the south, you're always confused. I don't know why. You're always confused to say everybody's Hausa, everybody's Hausa. Not everybody's Hausa. Nigeria has 500 and something languages and 400 and something are in the northern part of Nigeria. And Hausa is one language out of the 400 and something languages in the northern part of Nigeria. So get this. In Hausa land, which is the northeast, the 7th state of the northeast, in fact 6 states, and then the KB, you have Zulu, not pure Hausa and Zulu taking KB. Even Kaduna, Hausa and Southern Kaduna in Kaduna. And then out of the northeast, I know in Bauchi, you have Hausa and other people, which Bauchi is part of northeast. Now, is there any state in the northwestern Nigeria that everybody can go and beat its chest and say, this state, we've settled in this state, we have built in this state, and we have developed this state, and this state is a no man's land? With Hausa? Do you want to see the wrath of Hausa man? Hausa man will never agree. And I also believe that in the southeast of Nigeria, whether it is Anambra State, whether it is Imo State, whatever state, for some people to go and say that Imo State or Anambra State is now a no man's land. The entire Imo State belongs to entire Nigeria. It doesn't belong to Igbo. It's not an Igbo land. I don't believe the Igbo will believe We take Imo State, or we take Anambra State, and we say Anambra State is not Igbo land. It is a land for all of us, and all of us must do whatever we want to do in Anambra State. It cannot happen. It cannot happen. Regardless of whatever development we might think we want to go and put in Anambra State, we can never claim it as a no man's land. For that, I think the Yoruba has a right to say we cannot claim Lagos as a no man's land. I believe the Yoruba have their rights to say we cannot claim Lagos as a no man's land. So for that, for Nigeria to be peaceful, I think every person, every settler, every indigenous person that was there before Oyibo man came and said we are together and others migrated and joined him, we should already respect the indigenous person that was there before the advent of the Oyibo. And we say, you people are the owner of the land. Because if we not come to our place where we will not go allow, make we not talk say our place not be our land. So it's not right to tell some people that the land is not their own. Now that is one of my points. Now let me come to the main point that I said I want to say. Now we all knew that the eastern region, the old eastern region, was dominated by Igbo. The old western region was dominated by Yoruba. And then the north was dominated by Hausa. But there's one thing I give the Yorubas. Sorry, I'm not Yoruba, I'm in northern Nigeria. And the Yoruba have not given me, bribed me or paid me anything and anything. I don't have any affiliation with the Yorubas. I am just saying my truth. Only the Yorubas in these three big powers are able to unify themselves, unify their people, and even have people who are not Yorubas to be proud to claim that they are Yoruba. Yes, only the Yorubas. When you go down up to Okun people, they will tell you they are Yoruba. Okun, Yaba. Yaba Kaba. They will claim Yoruba. Even some Ibiras are even tilting towards saying they are Yorubas. Yoruba is the only tribe that people want to say we are part of you. When you come to the Yorubas, they are not the same. They don't have the same tongue. They don't have the same. But the word Yoruba is putting them together. Do you know that somebody from Owo and the person from Abeokuta, there's no one word that joined them together in language? Yes. Abeokuta man and Owo man, they don't have one word. You hear some people to close door, they'll say Silekun. The other ones are calling it something else different. But the word Yoruba, the umbrella of Yoruba, has put them together. This way, they are not the same. They are just like Igbo, Akwa Ibom and everything. It's just that if Igbo had brought Akwa Ibom and all those people together, I believe that all of them would have been speaking Igbo today, and they will call themselves, all of us are Igbos. And that is what happened to the Yoruba, to the southeast. They are not the same language. Although each and every person knows how to speak the main Yoruba, but they have their different dialects. Some people, their dialect are the Owo. I'm telling you, because I have a friend who is Owo. His dialect is going towards Edo people. Like the northern Edo language is mixed. With all those Akoka Edo and Akoka whatever of Ondo. But they call themselves Yoruba. Kwara say they are Yorubas. Down to even the people who you think that they are the Isele Eko in Lagos Island local government. Even them that can trace their origin somewhere, they say they are Yorubas. So Yoruba has something that unites. And I know that thing because even me, in the whole of my life, I don't know if Yoruba has it in his mind. In the whole of my life, as a middle belt person, when I'm in Yoruba, Yoruba doesn't say one word or one thing to say he's better than me. I'm telling you, Yoruba can be proud and say they are Yorubas or they are Yorubas. But Yoruba will not say, don't you know we are the ones? Don't you know we are better? Don't you know we are this? I don't know. Igbo say they said to them. That is why I believe the Yorubas are defending themselves from the Igbos. But I can tell you that Igbos have told me something always know. We don't know anything. That's why we know no get sense. That's why we not sabi anything. That is why we Igbos are bad this, Igbo are this. See, don't be angry with me. When I talk truth and I talk fact and I talk experience. So I'm not here to lie against anybody. But a lot of Igbos have told me this. But no one Yoruba in the entirety of my life, I'm 52 years old, in the entirety of my life, there's no one Yoruba that has come to brag and tell me we are nothing there at this. Only Igbos and Hausa, only Igbos and Hausa that have this. Sorry, Hausa. And that is why, you see the one note that Futazona built, we cut off. So we are not Hausa. We cut off because Hausa say you people are ane, you people are dirty, you people are filthy, you people they say we don't deal with you, you people are this, you people are that. That is Hausa. And you Igbos too. Your own is that una no get sense, una no get wayo, una poor, una hungry, now we rich, now we be industrious, now we this. I'm not saying you are lying, no. I'm just talking about bragado on our faces. Yoruba have never done it. And that is why every person is clamoring to be Yoruba. But if you can see, in the southeast, many people, we are cutting off. They don't want to be Igbos. I think Igbos should check this. That is my point. Don't be angry with me. I just believe you can check this because Yoruba doesn't have this. And I tell you, first account that Yoruba doesn't have. Hausa and Igbo. You people have this. And that is why you people break yourself in your ranks. You have people of the old Eastern region that say they don't want to be Igbo. They are not Igbo. They are not Igbo. That is why you see all of us, God forbid, we are not Hausa, and we are not Hausa, and we are not Fulani. God forbid. And that is just the truth. And that is why I'm telling you that the Yoruba man, if you think the Yoruba man is one homogeneous person, you are lying. So if you say Yoruba came into Lagos, no, even the people of the Lagos say they are Yoruba. Even people who speak a lot of language that is far from Yoruba, they say they are Yoruba. They say Yoruba. So Yoruba has this blanket because no one Yoruba is telling another Yoruba that we are better than you. You do this part of Yoruba, we not sabi anything, you people, this. There's a way they don't tell themselves all these things. But do you know, even in the north, a Kanuri man is angry with the Hausa man or a Fulani man, telling them that you people are not because of all these things. So don't get angry with me. These are facts, these are truth, and I come to say the truth. Well, for all these things, I just believe that Lagos is not a no man's land, but everybody has a right to live in Lagos and own property. And we condemn government breaking down people's home after people have spent all their money. You come and break their homes. This is evil. And this is very evil. And I condemn it with all of my heart. Well, my people haven't said this. Please, I didn't do this to come and belittle some people. It's just that I just believe that the entire Southwest is a Yoruba dormitory or Yoruba domain. It's a Yoruba domain. So, if we think like that, I don't think Igbos and Yoruba will ever fight or anybody and Yoruba will ever fight. I think if everybody will just say, yes, Yoruba is your domain, but I'm going to allow us now. We don't deal our business. All of us, Lagos are our own. But if we keep telling them, Lagos is your Yoruba, you people are not. Yoruba, they will feel cheated because they will feel that nowhere they will go and say this. Why are people coming to their region to say this? Well, please, even if you agree with me or you don't agree with me, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Until I come your way with another video, remain blessed.